Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set 60 Pittsburgh.
The drive starts with a run by Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Undercrush, undercrush. Hey, Sam on. Hurry up, go.
Now Allen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Slam, slam, slam. Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
Rudolph looking to throw it. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Set, blue 60. Mike, 40 got, 40 got. Let's go. He's crushed.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman.
Switch.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Freeman takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
6 man. Hey. He's coming. Double up.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And a catch made by Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, 180. 50-50. Switch.
First carry for Royce Freeman. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Easy.
Throwing is Stafford. Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught at the 20. Hopkins and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Rudolph. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation? would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford, they'll set up the screen for Freeman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Early lead in that one for the Packers. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Set, waiting. Check 53. Hey, give me radar. Hey.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's a safety blitz and a sack for Earl Thomas.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Number 53, Mike 53. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Shift. Hey, 70. 53 to Mike.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh will send on the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Now a carry for Allen. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rudolph. Open man is Uzama. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Let's go now. 8, read.
In your face.
Ready?
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Rudolph. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to the air, Rudolph. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Go, go.
58, come on. All right, here we go. Oh, 58, boys, 58, 58.
Go. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Hey, Haywood. 58, right over there, Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Get your 61. Go.
Rudolph throwing again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with it.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They run. Devontae Freeman. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Like 7.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Take it at the 37. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll let it go deep for Foster. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 43-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Mike, 53.
To throw is Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Check. Fresno. Like 7. He's coming. We got double up.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Going for the deep ball. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 12.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up. But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Rudolph. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Credit the sack to Corey Legion. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter up in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Stafford. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Justin Jackson, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Check. 180. Check. 53. Like 22. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Hey, Echo. I'm coming after you.
Back to throw, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical. or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They run again with Jackson. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go, set, 30 base. Bravo.
Mike by 5, Mike 55, Mike by 5.
Big grip, big grip.
On 2nd and 12, Rudolph. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. D4. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Mike 55, right there, come here, 55. Come on.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Drop deep, drop deep.
3rd and long, it's Rudolph. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Come on, set.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. It's Rudolph. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
58 to Mike, 58.
Look at me, zipper.
Check. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike 58, right there.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning. Go. Sit.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. The 20. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the red zone now, Rudolph. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Hurry! Watch the twist.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Easy alert.
Check 53's mine. Check 53.
Stafford now to throw. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. DJ Reader picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Zebra.
53's the mic.
Hey, Delta.
53. All day, punt.
Hey, easy. 21.
Rip right.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. It's a give to Freeman running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Freeman again. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Check 3.
Now Ito Smith. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know you felt that one.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 16-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Okay, baby, I see you.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 16, Stafford. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
I got you. I got you. Showing up. Showing up.
Hard. Step.
They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Shit.
Bang, 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 bang.
Check.
Five.
They stay on the ground with Allen. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check. Crunch. 49. Check 49.
Whip.
Watch it go.
They'll run with Allen. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Rock it.
Here's Allen. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. This is Allen. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back. In great shape.
Set. 250.
Check. 53. Smart. Ready? Pass it.
32. 53. Ready.
Let's go.
Get on.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's complete to Hopkins. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Let's go, baby.
First down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a